Hello again, baseball fans, and welcome to Lower Columbia College here in Longview, Washington, David Story Field. As this afternoon, the Northwest Athletic Conference Baseball Championships continue this afternoon. The NWAC Baseball Championships, game number 3, featuring the Lane Titans and the Everett Trojans. Hello again, everybody. I'm Vern Foster. Third of our 4th games here this afternoon. Game number 1 went to Columbia Basin this morning, 2-1, as the Hawks scored a run in the bottom of the 9th inning. Our second game featured an upset as Walla Walla knocked off Lynn Benton by a score of 10-3, and Lynn Benton was ranked number 1 in the RPI as we got ready to start this tournament, but the Walla Walla Warriors scored about 7 runs in the last 3 innings, and they came back from being down 3-1 and defeated Lynn Benton by a score of 10-3. So this afternoon we'll have Lane and Everett here in just a few moments, and then Mount Hood and Lower Columbia later tonight. Now tomorrow morning, where these first 2 games have been set, Tacoma will play Lynn Benton in a losers out game at 9:35. The loser of this ball game will play at 12:35 tomorrow afternoon against the loser of the Mount Hood Lower Columbia game. And tomorrow afternoon, a winner's bracket game, we have Walla Walla taking on Columbia Basin College at 4:35. So that's what we got now. And then at 7:35 tomorrow night, the winner of this game will play the winner of, as I mentioned, Mount Hood and Lower Columbia. The Lane Titans come in as the South number 2 team. They are 26-19. They finished 17-7 overall. They are coached by Josh Blunt, now in his 6th year, and here is the starting lineup for the Lane Titans. Hank Forrest will lead off. He is the center fielder this afternoon. Forrest batting first in center field. Jaden Hanna will hit second. Hanna batting second, and he is the second baseman. Hitting third this afternoon for Lane will be Tony Ortiz. Ortiz bats third. He is at first base. Brian Mulcahy is the right fielder, and he hits fourth. Mulcahy bats fourth and in right field. Colton Sakamoto is the left fielder for Lane, and he hits fifth. Sakamoto batting number 5. Jimmy McDonald is the catcher who hits 6th this afternoon for the Lane Titans. Batting 7th will be the pitcher. One of the times the pitcher is going to be pitching and hitting here today, Boone Cazares. Boone Cazares, the pitcher, is hitting 7th and pitching. Batting 8th will be Lane Kashawamura. He is a shortstop. Batting 8th, Kashawamura. And batting 9th will be Henry Lovekamp. Lovekamp batting 9th and at third base for Lane. For Everett this afternoon, this is their starting lineup. Their head coach, Levi Lacey. Jaden Yackley will lead off. He's in left field. He'll be followed by Jacob Prater. Prater bats second. He's at second base. Hitting third will be Trent Tingelstad. Tingelstad is in right field. Peyton Cordova Smith will hit fourth this afternoon for the Trojans. He is their first baseman. Bryce Steckler is at center field and batting 5th. Nick Anderson is the shortstop, and he bats 6th. Connor O'Brien is the catcher and batting 7th. O'Brien batting 7th and is the catcher. Daniel Head is a designated hitter for the Everett Trojans here this afternoon. He is batting 8th, and batting 9th will be the number 9 hitter, obviously, Cameron McGrath. He is the third baseman, and the starting pitcher here for Everett this afternoon will be Curtis Bafus. Again, Lane will be the visiting team on your scoreboard. They are in the white uniforms with red numerals edged in blue. And again, the Titans out of Eugene, Oregon, South Division number 2 team. Our umpires here this afternoon, Chris Claflin will be behind the plate. First base will be Jim Clifford, and Colin Price will be at third. Stepping on in to hit as we're ready to go is Hank Forrest, to be followed by Hanna and Tony Ortiz. And Curtis Bafus stands up, throws the first pitch, and we've got a strike. First pitch comes tonight at 4:33, so a couple of minutes before the scheduled time, but that's a good thing to go. So count now, 1 ball and 1 strike here on the leadoff hitter, Hank Forrest. Forrester hits from the left side, and Bayfus is ready, and here's the pitch. And that fastball is a little bit low for ball two. 2 balls and a strike. Bayfus comes in with a 6-1 record, a 1.98 ERA. He started 11 games. Every appearance he had was as a starting pitcher. As the next pitch misses high for ball 3. Had 2 complete games on the year through 1 shutout, and opponents are batting 173 against him. Again, his ERA just 198. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Rolled towards the second baseman. Prater's got it, throws the first in time, and Forrest is retired for the first out of the inning. Defensively for Everett, Cameron McGrath is at third. Nick Anderson is the shortstop. Jacob Prater is at second. Peyton Cordova-Smith is the first baseman. In left field, Jaden Yackley. Bryce Streckler is in center field, and Trent Tingelstad is in right. Behind the plate, Connor O'Brien, and again on the mound, Curtis Bayfus. To the plate comes Hanna. He swings to the first pitch and hits a shot into the gap into left center field. Takes a wide turn, and he will hold up there as Yackley gets the ball in quickly, and staying at first base is Hanna. Hanna, a sharp single into left center field, took the wide turn at first, but held there on the excellent throw by Yackley. And the Titans have a runner at first base with 1 out. No score, just underway in game number 3 here at the 2017 NWAC Baseball Championships. That'll bring to the plate Tony Ortiz. Ortiz is the first baseman this afternoon for the Titans. Bayfus will work from the stretch. Quick throw to first base, and back easily is Hanna. Held on there by Cordova-Smith on a wonderful day here in Longview. As our last game, we had about a temperature of 66 degrees. I'm guessing temperature now is in low 70s. It's actually 72 degrees at 4:35. And the next pitch, swing and a miss, or a swing and a foul rather, and the count no balls and 1 strike. So pleasant afternoon here in Longview. If you'd like to come see some baseball, come on over. We've got one more game after this as host Lower Columbia will take on Mount Hood. Set for a 7:35 start. No balls and 1 strike on Ortiz. Another throw to first base, and back is Hanna. Ortiz also left-handed batter, and he's the leading hitter for Lane as he has a 307 average. Bayfus from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swing and foul back to the screen, and the count goes to 1 ball, or no balls and 2 strikes rather, on Ortiz. Ortiz to be followed by Mulcahy. As we're here in the top of the first inning. No score. Again, the winner moves on to a game tomorrow night at 7:35, and the loser plays at 12:35, trying to keep its season alive. Runner at first takes his lead. Here's the pitch. Check swing, and it misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jaden Hanna. And as I mentioned, the number 2 team out of the South, 26-19 overall record, 17-7 in league play. Ortiz stands in again. Here's a pitch, swing, and a line drive into right field. It'll fall for a base hit. Picked up by Tingelstad. He will throw it quickly into second base, and Lane has picked up 2 consecutive base hits. So Ortiz on a 2-2 pitch lines it into right field, and the Titans have runners at first and second with just 1 out. Hanna moves down to second on the play, and Ortiz at first with 1 out. That'll bring to the plate Bryce Mulcahy. Mulcahy for the Titans is the right fielder here this afternoon. And you'll probably see some changes throughout the tournament as a lot of kids play more than one position. Well, Mulcahy steps in. Here's the pitch from Bayfus. Fastball, swing and a miss. Strike 1. No balls and a strike on Mulcahy. Mulcahy, 227 batting average, so doesn't hit for a high average. 1 home run, 16 RBIs, but left-handed hitter. Coaches always like the left-handed hitters because a lot of times they can have some power. See what happens here. Down in the count, no balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Fastball, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes now on Mulcahy. Get a look at him there. And where's the Titans across their jerseys? A Gray pinstripes with dark numerals, more purple than anything else. And Bafus again will work out of the stretch. Lane and Everett in game number 3 here of the baseball championships. Here is the next pitch, and that fastball is low. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wind not much of a factor early, but it does pick up later in the evening here, so you might see some balls that are played differently because of the wind. The outfield will probably play a little closer. Okay, he steps back in. Here's a pitch. Fastball at the letters, called strike 3. Mulcahy caught looking for the second out of the inning. Now they'll bring to the plate Colton Sakamoto. For Bafus, that is his first strikeout of the ball game. And it'll be up to Sakamoto to try and deliver a 2-out base hit and a run-scoring hit for the Titans. Sakamoto, another left-handed hitter for the Titans here this afternoon. Bafus, a right-hander. Here's the first pitch. Curveball. Bounce wide of first. Glove there by Cordova Smith. They'll flip to Bafus. Bafus steps on the bag, and Sakamoto is retired for the 3rd out of the inning. Couple of base hits for Lane, but they can't score as no runs on 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left on base. After 1/2 inning of play here at Lower Columbia College, your score, Lane nothing, Everett nothing.
I was looking more into playing volleyball here, and they have a very successful volleyball program. But also, I didn't want to be just a student athlete. I also wanted to be academically successful. I really like the relationship with the professors. All of my classes have been pretty small, and the professors, I feel like, genuinely care about you as a student. We went to Florida this past winter. It was for a coastal ecology class. Being outside, getting dirty, getting sunburned, doing a bunch of collections, I really enjoy it. I'm Kylie Porter, and that's why I chose C of I.
Ready to go, bottom of the 1st inning. Everett seeing its first at-bat here, and the first pitch from Boone Cazares to Jaden Yackley is called ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Yackley. He'll be followed by Prater and Tingelstad. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that off-speed pitch, outside edge, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Yackley. Boone on the year has no record. He has started 1 game in his 6 appearances. Here's the 1-1 pitch, curveball. It just caught him on the shoulder, and down to first base goes Yackley. Turned just enough to avoid being called for standing there, and Cazares hits him. So that's our first hit by batter here this afternoon. In the first game, we had 4 Lynn Benton pitchers, 5 pitchers hit 4 different batters, along with walking 11 players, and really it came back to bite the Roadrunners. They ended up getting beat 10-3 by Walla Walla in game number 2. They're bringing to play Jacob Prater as a thrower to first base, and Yackley back safely. Anyway, we'll get back to Cazares' numbers here as he sets back up on the bump. Works from the stretch, and here's the pitch, and the slider misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on the Everett hitter, Jacob Prater. Cazares again started one game this year, no record. He's only pitched 8 innings so far, so he's been mostly a reliever. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that fastball down the middle, strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike. Opponents are hitting .286 against him, but again, no record, and he is the starter here this afternoon for Lane. From the stretch again, now a throw to first base, and diving back is Yackley once again. We'll give you the defensive lineup for Lane here after this pitch. Cazares ready. Here's the pitch. Fastball swing. Hit down the right field line, and it is slicing foul. So the count will go to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brian Mulcahy was chasing it down. He's in right field. Hank Force is a center fielder for the Titans. Colton Sakamoto is in left field. Henry Lovekamp is the third baseman. Lane Kashawamura is your shortstop. Jaden Hanna is at second base, and Tony Ortiz is Lane's first baseman. Pitcher is ready again. Here's the stretch and a check swing, and it misses outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jimmy McDonald is the catcher for the Titans on the mound. Boone Cazares. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Prater. Cazares from the stretch. Runner takes his lead at first. There he goes. There's the pitch. Swing. Popped up. Foul. Out of play. So Yackley will have to come back to first, and the count will remain 2 balls and 2 strikes. No score. Bottom of the first inning. A couple hits for the Titans in the first, but couldn't come up with anything after a strikeout and a easy roller to the first baseman. So no score. Cazares from the stretch. Tall, lanky right-hander. Here is the pitch. Fastball fouled at the plate again. The count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Prater. Prater from Wenatchee, sophomore. Seemed like he had a pretty good tournament last year. I have to go back and look through, but it seems like he had a really good tournament. Comes a 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Prater mad at himself as he fans for the first out of the inning. For Cazares, his first strikeout of the afternoon. And that'll bring to the plate the left-handed hitting Trent Tingelstad. Tingelstad, the right fielder for Everett here this afternoon. Leading hitter for the Trojans. And he steps on in. Tingelstad, freshman from Marysville. Left-handed hitter. Throw over to first base, and diving back again is Yackley. Talk about Tingelstad, a .382 batting average on the year. 58 hits with 29 RBIs, just 1 home run. He steps in. Here is a pitch, and he's taking all the way, and a fastball called strike 1. No balls and 1 strike on Trent Tingelstad. Everett, as we mentioned, #1 team out of the North. 33-11 record, 19-5 in league play. Here's the next pitch. Swing, high pop up in the right side of the infield. The first baseman looks up. Ortiz makes the catch for the first out, or second out. So that's the second out of the inning as Tingelstad pops out in the infield, and that'll bring to the plate the #4 hitter, Peyton Cordova-Smith. No score, bottom of the first inning. Everett and Lane, and Cordova-Smith is first to bat here this afternoon. .376 on the year for Peyton Cordova-Smith. And the first pitch he's taking, and it misses inside. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Cordova-Smith. Sophomore from Bothell. Again, most of this lineup from up north, the Seattle, Tacoma, Everett area. Cazares ready. Here's the pitch, curveball, and he lays off it and misses high. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on the hitter Cordova-Smith. I believe there was only 3 kids on the roster for Everett that's out of state. Another throw to first base. Took real fast. We've got 1 from Anchorage, 1 from Springfield, 2 from All right, 2 from Anchorage, 1 from Springfield, Oregon, and the rest are Washington State, mostly northern Washington. Casarez ready. Here is the pitch, and that fastball misses high for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes on Cordova Smith. I think I gave the defense. Yeah, I did give the defense for Lane. And here's the next pitch, and that fastball at the knees for Cordova Smith is ruled a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike on Peyton Cordova Smith. Runner at first, Yackley, being held on there by Ortiz. Takes a lead to about the cutout, not real far out. Now they'll throw over there. And he dives back safely once again. Count 3 balls and a strike on Cordova Smith. Infield playing straight away. Second baseman Hanna playing on the cut of the grass. Here comes the pitch. That curveball's inside, ball 4. Cordova Smith will trot on down to first base as Cazares walks his first batter of the afternoon. Yackley will move to second. He got there after being hit by a pitch, and then Cordova Smith draws a 2-out walk. I bring to the plate Steckler. Steckler, the center fielder for Everett here this afternoon. Steckler, another sophomore from Redmond. Now he has a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Cazares from the stretch. Here's a pitch. Curveball swung on. Hit in the gap. Left center field. Long run for Forrest. It'll go over his head. It will score at least 1 run. It will score 2. Down to second base goes Steckler, and scoring standing up is Peyton Cordova Smith, and Everett has a 2-0 lead. Yackley scored easily on the play, and Cordova Smith, showing good speed from first base, scores standing up as Steckler with a 2-run double to left center field, and Everett takes a quick 2-0 lead. The first hit of the inning produces 2 runs as the walk and the hit by pitch both score. So Cazares will work from the stretch. Nick Anderson to the plate, and he takes the first pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Slow breaking ball, and it catches the edge for strike 1. No balls and a strike on Anderson. Cazares from the stretch. There's the pitch, a fastball, swing and a miss. Strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Nick Anderson. Anderson, the 6th batter to the plate this inning for the Trojans, who've jumped out to the 2-0 lead. Cazares ready. Here's the pitch. Fastball, low and away for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the number 6 hitter, Anderson. Anderson, mentioned, shortstop. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner from second, and he'll go in standing up. Steckler got a good walking lead and easily stole third. Now he's just 90 feet away as the count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes on Anderson. So Cazares continues to work from the stretch. Here's the pitch, and that one's low, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Anderson. Connor O'Brien, the catcher, awaits on deck if Anderson's able to get on board. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Anderson. Cazares struggling here in the first inning. Here is the pitch. Fastball misses upstairs, ball 4. Well, Anderson picks up the walk. That's the 2nd walk of the inning, along with the hit batter. Now the infield's going to come in and talk to Cazares. So Cazares has walked 2, hit a batter, and the sophomore struggling with his control right now, so his teammates will come out and talk to him and see if they get him to settle down. 2 runs on just 1 hit so far for the Trojans, but they have runners at the corners with just 1 base hit here so far in the ballgame, and that was a 2-run double by Steckler, who stands at third. He moved to third on a stolen base, and now Anderson at first base on the walk. Yackley was hit by a pitch to open the inning, and he scored. Cordova Smith, after a couple of outs, was walked, and he scored on the 2-run double by Steckler as well. So that's where we stand. Cazares will have to work from the stretch as he has a runner at first. Here comes the pitch. Swing, a line drive into the gap, right field. Moving on over, though, is Mulcahy. He's there and makes the catch, and O'Brien is retired for the final out of the inning. But Everett does some damage in the first inning of play as they send 7 batters to the plate. They score a couple of runs. 2 runs on 1 hit. There are no errors, 2 runners left on base. After 1 complete inning of play here at the 2017 NWAC Championships, your score, Everett 2 and Lane nothing.
People often ask, what is it you do? I'm an Idaho Army National Guard soldier. But then again, it's not that simple. You see, I'm more than a weekend warrior. It's a continuous effort every day. Yeah, there's extremely long hours, but it's worth it. I love my job. It's like anything else. My profession is whatever I want to make of it. I get to do the incredible things most people dream of. The men and women I serve with are dedicated to being a premier force. It's amazing when you see my entire unit work together. When push comes to shove and we receive that order, we put steel on target. I'm always ready to be called upon to serve our nation. But in the meantime, I train.
Present. Oh.
I serve and protect my neighbors while defending their right to freedom. I'm an Idaho community asset that stands among our citizens. The boundaries I once thought I had are continuously tested and broadened. So there you have it. People will not always know who I am or what I do. But that's all right, because I do.
Everett strikes first as we move to the top of the second inning. Jimmy McDonald, the batter, has a count of 1 ball and 1 strike as he sets back to the plate. Here's Bafus's next pitch, that fastball to knees for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes on McDonald. Will be followed by Cazares and Kasha Wamura for Lane here in the top of the second. 2-0 Everett. Bafus is ready. Here comes the wind and the delivery. That fastball nicked him on the shoulder, and he'll go down to first base. Or perhaps the elbow, but anyway, shaking. McDonald is shaking his arm, and it might have got him on the elbow, but he'll move down to first base on the hit by pitch. So Bafus hits the batter. McDonald will move down to first base. I'll bring to the plate the catcher, Boone Cazares. Left-handed batter. Now the lead taken at first by McDonald. He shows the bunt, and the pitch is high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Cazares. The dimensions here at Story Field. 306 down the left field line. 326 down the right field line. As Bafus comes from the stretch, again another bunt shown. This time he's taking the pitch for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. 342 to left center field. 387 to the power alleys. 354 right center, and then about 400 to straightaway dead center with a 20-foot barn. Here comes a 1-1 pitch, and this time it's bunted in the air, and it will go foul. First baseman was charging hard. Cordova Smith couldn't get to it, so he elected to let it hit the turf, and it rolls foul, and the count goes to 1-2 strikes. Out in left field, there is a 4-foot fence to the bullpen, and it came into play in the first game as the Lynn Benton Roadrunners got an inside the park 2-run homer after one of the Walla Walla kids tried to make a spectacular catch, and turned out it to be an inside the park 2-run homer as he didn't make the catch, and he stumbled over the bullpen, into the bullpen, but the ball stayed in fair play, and the center fielder had to run it down, and eventually became a 2-run homer. Here's a pitch. Ground ball hit towards the shortstop. Anderson's got it. Throw to second for 1. Relay on to first. Double play! So Cazares is retired on the 6-4-3 double play. McDonald out 6-4 for the first out. And then the relay from Prater to Cordova Smith in time. And Cazares is retired for the second out of the inning. So that's a ground ball double play. And the pitcher's best friend comes out and really helps out right there for the Everett Trojans here in that inning. I'll bring to the plate Kasha Wamura. First pitch to him, fastball, swing, foul back to the screen, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. 2-0. Everett leading Lane. Top half, second inning. Bafus is ready. Here comes the pitch. Curveball taking all the way, and it's a strike. So Wamura down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Just a 170 batting average on the year. He's played in 24 games this year, making his 20th start. And he calls timeout. So Bafus will have to try again. Here comes the wind and the delivery. The 0-2 pitch is in the dirt. Ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Also here at Story Field, they have redone the infield and replaced the old artificial turf with a glistening new artificial turf. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Curveball, swing, fouled away into the screen, and the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Also, the dirt's been replaced with recycled material. It glistens as well, and it really is something else. Shines all the way around here in the infield. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, swing, and a foul, and the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Outfield remains grass. There is one, probably a 4, maybe 5 foot strip behind the dirt area of the infield that is still artificial turf, but the rest is grass, and it's worked out real well. Here's a 1-2 pitch, fastball low, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. All the rain that we have had this year and all throughout the Northwest, this field really took it well. I understand the only problems were when you tried to slide when it was slick out. It's like hitting a hydroplane. You really went moving. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Swing, foul away again. Defensive cut that time by Kasha Wamura as he just able to slap it away and keep alive. The count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. But it should be a fine surface for the next 10, 15, not sure how long guaranteed, maybe 20 years. Here's the next pitch. Ground ball hit towards the shortstop. Third baseman tries to pick it up. He's bumped by the shortstop, and it'll be an infield base hit. Anderson charged at McGrath, the third baseman, tried to cut in front of him. They bumped into each other. I'm pretty sure that'll be an infield base hit as they both went charging for it, and Anderson or McGrath just couldn't grab the ball, and it'll be an infield base hit for the shortstop for the Titans. I'll bring to the plate the number 9 hitter, Henry Lovecamp. 2-0 Everett. 2 outs, top of the second inning. So Bafus will work from the stretch once again. Third hit already for Lane. Here's the pitch. and it misses outside, ball 1. Again, the Titans had a couple of base hits in the first inning. They had runners at first and second with 1 out and were unable to do anything as Mulcahy struck out and Sakamoto bounced out to the first baseman. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that fastball at the knees, strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Lovecamp. Is he able to keep the inning alive or go back to the top of the order? And Forrest. Almost a perfect day for baseball in Longview. 70 degrees, bit of a breeze, sun shining. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Lovecamp. Lovecamp 186 on the season. In the lane, batting average is not really impressive. Leading hitter Ortiz at 307. Thrower to first base and back is Kasho Mamura. But they're here in the final 8. That's all that matters. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a fly ball. Hit the right field, not going anywhere. Tingelstad's there, now comes on in, reaches up, makes the catch, and that retires the side. Lovecamp, a lazy fly ball to Tingelstad. And for the Titans in the second inning, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. After an inning and a half of play, your score is Everett 2 and Lane nothing.
Every guardsman knows the call. It has many meanings, but when it's spoken, the message is clear. Heard, understood, acknowledged. Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your Guard adventure.
Daniel Head steps in, swings at the first pitch for Everett, and comes up 50, and he's behind in the count. No balls and 1 strike. Designated hitter, and he takes the next pitch low and outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Daniel Head. He'll be followed by McGrath in top of the order for the Trojans. Here's the next pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Head. Here comes the pitch, swing, fouled away. Count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Head on the year, batting .261. Has 1 home run, 9 RBIs. Here comes a 1-2 pitch, swing and a drive in the left center field. Moving on over is the left fielder. He is there. Sakamoto reaches up, makes the catch for out number 1. So Sakamoto able to glide on over to make the catch, and Head is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the second inning. 2-0 right now, Everett on top. Stepping up to the plate, Cameron McGrath. McGrath, the third baseman. First pitch to him is a fastball down the middle, strike 1. No balls and a strike on McGrath. Here comes the next pitch. Fastball, swing, hit the right field, long run for the right fielder near the line, and the first baseman makes the over-the-shoulder catch in foul territory for the out. Ortiz, a wonderful catch there as he runs down in foul territory, makes the over-shoulder catch, and that is the second out of the inning. See the replay here. I thought it was going to be a better chance for the right fielder, but Ortiz just able to run it on down. Olympic College is nationally recognized by the Aspen Institute as a 2015 Top 10 community college because our programs help students earn good paying jobs. Get busy learning at olympic.edu. Original plate, Yackley. And he takes the first pitch for a strike. No balls and a strike. So McGrath, the second out of the inning. And Yackley will to the plate. He swings, pops it up the infield, left side. Third baseman Lovecamp says he has it, and he dropped the ball. They throw it to first base, and he is out at first. Boy, the ball was dropped in the infield by Lovecamp. The runner Yackley went way past first base. The Lovecamp picks it up. He throws to Ortiz. It just gets the tag down, and Yackley is out at first base. Boy, what a play. Everybody was running off the field, and a quick throw back to first base, and Ortiz able to put the tag down, and that retires Yackley here in the inning. For the Trojans in the second, a 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. After 2, it's Everett 2, Lane nothing.
LCC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
All right, a change on the scoring on that play. Lovecamp will pick up an error because the runner, Yackley, reached first base, and then the throw back to first got him. So because he did get to first base, the error was charged as a pitch is swing and a miss for strike 2 on Forrest. And then the pickup by Lovecamp to throw to Ortiz got the out. So there was an error on the play because the runner, Yackley, achieved first base on the error, on the drop fly ball, and then he gets picked off as he tried to get back to first base. So Forrest is now up for Lane, and the count's 0-2. Here's the pitch, swing, popped up, shallow center field. On comes the center fielder, moving over to his right. Steckler makes the catch for out number 1. And again, the wood bats, because the ball does not fly as far as the wood bat, you see the outfielders playing much more shallow, and they're able to get those baseballs before they drop, because those really are tough plays because they're not hit that far out. And that was a nice play by Steckler to move over to left center field to make the catch. That'll bring to the plate Hanna. And he takes the first pitch for a ball. Hanna this afternoon, first hit of the ball game for Lane, as he's number 2 hitter, ended up dying at second base, so he's 1 for 1. 3 hits for the Titans, just 1 for Everett, but Everett leads. Here's the next pitch, swing, fouled away, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Just the double, along with a hit by pitch and a walk, and Everett's got a couple of runs. Comes a 1-1 pitch. Waved at and missed, strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the hitter, Hanna. Ortiz awaits on deck for the Titans. Bayfus is ready. Here's the pitch, curveball, swing, foul back to the screen again. And the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Game 3 of the day, we'll have one more, set for a 7:35 start between the host, Lower Columbia College, and the Mount Hood Saints. Here comes the 1-2 pitch, swing, ground ball rolled towards the second baseman. Prater's got it, picks up, throws the first, and a retired for the second out of the inning. Nice, easy, slow roller by Hanna to Prater, and Prater easily throws him out. And that's 2 up and 2 down now for the Titans here in the 3rd inning of play. I bring to the plate first baseman Ortiz. Ortiz 1 for 1 today, as he had a single in the first inning as well. And that's where he was stranded after Mulcahy struck out and Sakamoto rolled out. First pitch to him shows the bunt, and he's taking all the way for strike one. No balls and a strike on Tony Ortiz. Left-handed hitter. Shade him a little bit to the right. The infield playing back deep. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That fastball, strike two. No balls and 2 strikes on Ortiz. Wears the number 29 on his back. And he steps back in. Left-handed hitter. Baseless the right-handed pitcher. Here's the pitch. And swing and fouled away. Goes into the area where there's a little bit of shade in the stands. One big tree that pretty much covers the area over there, keeps it shady. On the third base side of the stadium. Now Ortiz asks for time. Down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Now he sets back in again. Basis on the afternoon, 1 strikeout so far. Walked no one as of yet. Comes the 0-2 pitch. Check swing, down low, the appeal down to third base, and third base umpire Colin Price says nope. And the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Put the tag on the batter, but the pitch was ruled a non-strike, so the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Basis ready. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Check swing again. This one misses low. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ortiz. Deliberate pace here at the game for Ortiz. He likes to get out of the box every time he takes a pitch. Next pitch, swing and a high fly ball, right center field and deep, and it is gone. Home run. Tony Ortiz with a drive to right center field over the wall, the Woods logging side wall in right center field, all the way out of here, and he picks up the solo home run for Lane. So an RBI and the solo home run, got it all as he hit it to right center field, and there was no chance for a Steckler or Tinglestad as they look up, and it goes out of here. So it's 2-1 Everett. 2 outs here in the 3rd inning as Lane's on the board. It's 4th base hit of the ball game and its first run. That'll bring to the plate Mulcahy. Mulcahy 0 for 1 today as he was caught looking in the 1st inning. The only question was the ball high enough? It was definitely hit far enough. I didn't know if it had enough oomph to get over the Woods sign, and it easily did. Well, a home run for Ortiz, and the Titans are on the board. Count now 1 ball and 1 strike on Mulcahy. 2-1. Everett now leads here in the 3rd inning of play. Basis is ready. Here comes the pitch. Curveball. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Bryce Mulcahy. Mulcahy just down the road from us in St. Helens, about 20-minute drive. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And for the 2nd time this afternoon, Mulcahy strikes out. But Lane gets on the board on the solo home run by Tony Ortiz for the Titans. 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors, no runners left on base. After 2.5 innings of play here at Lower Columbia College, the score, Everett 2, Lane 1.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
Jacob Prater steps to the plate and swings at the first pitch and hits it to left field, and it's run down there by Sakamoto. So 1 pitch and 1 out for Everett here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That'll bring to the plate Trent Tingelstad. Tingelstad 0 for 1 today. Flied out to the first baseman, Ortiz. 2-1 Everett after the solo home run by Lane in the top half of the inning. A home run by Tony Ortiz, 2nd home run of the day that we've seen. First one was a little more exciting. This one, the more conventional home run, as Ortiz hit it over the fence. The other home run was hit by Jack Bauer for Lynn Benton, the Roadrunners, an inside the park home run where the outfielder, Heiberg, if I remember his name, tried to make a catch on the run as the ball's hit towards second base. Diving try, knocked down by the second base and throw to first. In time, and out of first base is Tingelstad. Jaden Hanna, diving stop as he moved to his left, knocked it down, picks it up, throws to first, and Tingelstad retired by a half step. There's the replay. You see him grabbing it, throws to first, and got him by the half step. And Tingelstad retired for the 2nd out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down now for Everett here in the 3rd. Last 6 batters have been retired for the Trojans. That'll bring to the plate Peyton Cordova-Smith. Cordova-Smith reached base on a walk and scored on the double by Steckler. Here's the next pitch. That one is low and inside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on Cordova-Smith. Cazares ready. Here's the pitch, swing, and a fly ball down the left field line. It's a fair ball in towards the corner. Extra bases for Cordova-Smith. Here comes the throw, a head first slide. He's in safely at second base. An in and out swing by Cordova-Smith, and he's able to get down to second base on the double. Right down the line, went towards the corner, played nicely there by Sakamoto. He got it in there quickly, but the head first slide and safe at second base was Cordova-Smith. See, he slid a little bit late and hit pretty hard Hanna at second base, because again, you seem to pick up speed when you end up hitting the turf here, or hitting the, I guess what you'd call the dirt infield part now. That'll bring the plate Steckler, and he takes the first pitch, a curveball, is upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Steckler with the double and 2 RBIs back in the 1st. Also has a stolen base, so he's 1 for 1 today. 2-1 Everett. 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd. Cazares ready. Here's the pitch. That one's high. Ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Bryce Steckler. Again, a couple home runs today. Inside the Parker and the conventional one, so had some fun so far. Cazares from the stretch. Steckler steps in. Now he'll spin back and look at second. Diving back is Cordova-Smith. Winner plays tomorrow at 7:35 against the winner of our next game, Mount Hood and Lower Columbia. Loser plays at 12:35 tomorrow. Next pitch, fastball inside corner, strike 1 against the loser of Mount Hood and Lower Columbia. So the count 2 balls and a strike now on the Everett Trojans number 5 hitter. Cazares from the stretch. Here's a pitch, curveball inside corner, strike 2. The count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cazares has given up just a couple of hits so far. His teammates have picked up 4, but still, the only number that matters is the runs. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Curveball, hammered down left field line, and it is foul. Hit hard and deep, but it was foul. Well, the count will remain at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ball really is flying pretty well here this afternoon. Has a little jump off the old bat as they're hitting them pretty hard, getting them up in the air. They seem to be going. Again, there's still a pretty good breeze blowing from right to left. Azarez from the stretch. Now he looked like the runner for just a moment was thinking about going to third, so he looks back to second, and he scampers on back. Now the shortstop, Kashawamura, will try and keep Cordova Smith a little closer back to the bag. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. That fastball is outside. Ball 3. The count runs full now, and Steckler at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nick Anderson awaits on deck for Everett. Trojans again, the North #1 team, 33-11 record. Azarez, again a couple looks back. Here comes the pitch, swing, hard hit ball hit to the shortstop, fumbled by Cosmoro, throws to first in time, and out at first base is Steckler, and Everett is retired here in the 3rd inning of play. They get out a 2-out double, but unable to bring him home as Steckler's retired, 6-3. For the Trojans in the 3rd, no runs on 1 hit, there are no errors, 1 runner left on base. After 3, your score, Everett 2 and Lane 1.
Originally, I came to C of I specifically for baseball. And once I got here, I realized that C of I was a lot more than just baseball. The student-faculty ratio here is unbelievable. That was really where I realized that C of I was different than my old school that I transferred from, and really any other school. I had one teacher spend about 5 hours with me in 2 days on individual work, and I've never had a teacher, even in high school, take the time to do that for me. I'm Sam Grice, and that's why I chose C of I.
My name is Surya Viswanathan, and I'm an Associate of Arts Intercultural and International Studies student.
I came to Douglas for the baseball program. I had no clue what I wanted to study, but I wanted to play baseball, I knew that. So when I came to Douglas, I joined the Student Ambassador program, and I met some key individuals who actually helped shape my future. With their mentorship and guidance, I realized that I wanted to be a diplomat for the United Nations. So I know there's a lot of pressure into becoming a diplomat, but I feel I'm ready for that because Douglas has prepared me. It's given me the tools I need for my future.
Colton Sakamoto steps in and fouls the first pitch off as we start the 4th inning, and he's behind the count. No balls and a strike. Sakamoto 0 for 1 this afternoon. Grounded out to the pitcher as Cordova Smith got it to Bayfus for the out. Here's the next pitch. Fastball is low. Ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lane, as I mentioned, 26-19 this year, looking for their 3rd NWAC championship. Last one back in 2004. Next pitch misses away for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. They beat Treasure Valley 6-1 in the South Super Regional Championship to get here. Comes a 2-1 pitch. Check swing and fouled away. And the count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Josh Blunt is now in his 6th season as head coach. Again, they're not real good when it comes to hitting. Their .243 team batting average is 19th. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Sakamoto strikes out for the first out of the inning. For Bayfus, his 2nd strikeout of the ball game. And that'll bring to plate Jimmy McDonald. McDonald today is not had an official at bat. He was hit by a pitch in the 2nd in a race and a double play ball that Cazares hit. And that ended the inning, or didn't end the inning. That was the first 2 outs of that inning. Well, McDonald up. Here's the first pitch, swing, and popped up left field line, foul territory, third baseman giving a look, and it goes into the, looks like going off the screen. It does, and a foul ball. No balls and 1 strike. Again, not a lot of RBIs, 19th in the NWAC, 154 of them, but where they excel is their pitching. 2.56 ERA, that's first, and they have 331 strikeouts and 359 innings. So pitching is obviously what carries Lane this year. When you're only giving up, 2.5 runs per game, you're going to be in a lot of games. Here's a 2-1 pitch, swinging a line drive off the glove of Prater, and it goes into short center field for a base hit. Prater kind of tried to backhand that as he moved to his right. It hit off his arm, and it squirts into center field, and that'll be a base hit. Got to him pretty quickly, and McDonald has the base hit. So a 1-out base hit for McDonald. That'll bring to the plate pitcher Boone Cazares. Well, Cazares, as I mentioned, 0 for 1 today, ground into a double play and is only at bat in the second. See if they try and bunt him again here as the third baseman McGrath moves up. Bafus from the stretch, and the first pitch down the middle, strike 1. Cazares did not show a bunt that time. You'll see as he takes a look down to third base once again. Bafus from the stretch, short lead for McDonald at first. Bafus ready, here's a pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2, no balls and 2 strikes now on Cazares. Cazares, they didn't list him. Oh yeah, they did, 224 batting average. So again, not a good hitting team, the Titans, but they're here in the final 8. Now I'll throw to first base and back in is McDonald. And Cazares is now trying to get the ball in play. And obviously Everett would love to see the double play and get out of the inning. Pitch misses down and away for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Cazares. The Titans come in as the 11th ranked team here in the RPI, which I believe, if I remember right, is next to lowest. Next pitch misses again. As the Mount Hood Saints come in at 15th because they have, I think they had a losing record, remember, right, for Mount Hood. Yeah, they're 18-23. But again, the number 1 team, according to RPI, was Lynn Benton, and it got knocked in losers bracket right off the bat. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. High fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3. Cazares strikes out for the second out of the inning, and for Bafus' third strikeout of the afternoon. 2 in this inning. That'll bring up Casho Omura. So Casho Omura, the shortstop, had a base hit in his first at bat. A little dribbler between Anderson and McGrath at short and third, and they bumped each other, and McGrath could not get a throw off. Casho Omura was safe at first. McDonald takes his lead at first, and the first pitch is outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Casho Omura. Bafus from the stretch. Here's ready with the 1-0 pitch. And that fastball, a little bit high. Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Casho Omura, not very tall, so his strike zone is not going to be that wide. I don't have a height and weight on him, but not a very tall kid. Here comes a 2-0 pitch. Fastball, swing, foul way, and the count. Now 2 balls and a strike. Lane trailing Everett 2-1 here in the top of the 4th inning, but there's 2 outs for the Titans now. But have a runner at first. Taking his lead is McDonald. Here's the pitch. Fastball at the knees, strike 2. I think Casho Omura a little upset with himself as he shakes his head. He might have had a pitch to hit and he let it go. Now the count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bafus trying to shut down the Titans here, throw to first base. And And diving back safely once again is McDonald, as his team holds on to the 1-run lead. Comes a 2-2 pitch, curveball swing, high chopper hit towards short, cut off by McGrath at third, throws to first, and in time, and Kashimura is out for the third out of the inning. Same kind of play as last time, and this time McGrath able to cut it off on a strong throw, and Kashimura is retired for the third out of the inning. We're laying in the fourth, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. After 3.5 innings of play, your score is Everett 2 and Lane 1.
When you first visit Seattle Pacific University, it's easy to fall in love with the campus. But just ask one of the students. There's something different about SPU, a place where faith, service, and academic excellence meet. And it's the only private university in the Pacific Northwest to make the latest U.S. News and World Report Best National Universities list. This is Seattle Pacific University.
I remember the moment clearly.
I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
I realized at that moment, when we first saw the damage, these people really needed us. And I was going to make a difference, right here in my community. Together with local responders, we cleared trees and collapsed walls. We had to get to the family trapped beneath. As a citizen soldier, I made a difference.
Be there for your community at NationalGuard.com.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
Anderson steps to the plate here in the bottom of the fourth inning. The count 1 ball and 1 strike. Here comes a pitch, swing, and a line drive, left field and deep. Back on the walls, the left fielder looks up, it's gone! Home run! Nick Anderson, a home run to left field as he puts it into the bullpen, and Everett now extends the lead to 3-1. Anderson, a solo home run to left field, and that ups the lead to 3-1 as Anderson will get greetings as he goes into the third base dugout. No doubter as he hit it deep enough, and going back on with Sakamoto, he knew he didn't have a chance of flies deep into the bullpen for the home run. So 3-1 Everett now with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Here comes the pitch, a check swing, and they'll field down to first base, and he went. For Nick Anderson, that is his second home run of the year, his 34th RBI. Cazares ready. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and swing and a miss, strike 2. Got O'Brien to go fishing on that one, and he came up empty. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Trojans catcher. Connor O'Brien ready. Here's the pitch, and that one's in the dirt for ball 2. Everett's last title coming in 2013, ranked number 2 in the RPIs. Here's a 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and O'Brien is gone. First out of the inning, and for Cazares, his second strikeout this afternoon. That'll bring to the plate Daniel Head. Head today 0 for 1, fly out to Sakamoto in his only at bat. First pitch to him, swing and a miss, strike 1. All of a sudden, Cazares is getting the ball and throwing it, not dinking around. They hand it to him, he's ready to go. Here comes the 0-1 pitch, fastball swing, fouled back to the screen, and the count quickly is 0 balls and 2 strikes on Head. McGrath awaits on deck. Bafus, a region first teamer, North region first teamer. He has 79 Ks in 73 innings. We're talking about the Everett pitcher right now, even though Cazares is throwing. just looking at some of the information they have here. Pretty good team. Comes the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a line drive into center field. That's a base hit. Head right through the box, and that is the second hit of the inning for the Trojans. They now have 4 in the ball game. A home run, a strikeout, and now a single. That'll bring to the plate Cameron McGrath. McGrath today 0 for 1, fouled out on a nice running play by Tony Ortiz in foul territory. Retire the side. And now he'll look for his first base hit of the day. 3-1 Everett. Here's the first pitch. A fastball, strike one. The ball's a strike on McGrath. McGrath on the year, .330 batting average with 17 RBIs, no home runs. Comes the pitch. And that one misses way high for ball one. 1 ball and a strike. Looking to see if McGrath got any hardware for awards. Here's a swing and a fly ball to right field. Moving over to his left is Mulcahy. He reaches up, makes the catch for the second out. So now there's 2 outs for Everett here in the 4th inning. And that'll go back to the top of the order. And Jacob Yackley. Yackley started the game being hit by a pitch and then scored. Then in the second, popped it up in the infield. The third baseman, Lovecamp, dropped it, but recovered it and threw to first base to retire him. But because he got to first base, there was an air charge on the play. There goes the runner, swing, fly ball, right field, down the line, long run for the right fielder, Mulcahy. He cannot run it down, and it's a foul ball. So the count, no balls and a strike. Hit and run that time by Levi Lacey, and a long fly ball by Yackley. But anyway, he got on base just for a moment as Lovecamp recovered the baseball, threw to Ortiz, and they got him on the play at first base, and so he was retired, but still the air because he had crossed first base on the pop-up. Count, no balls and a strike on Yackley. Here's the pitch. Curveball, swinging a line drive into right center field. It'll be played on a hop by the right fielder. Heading to third is the runner. He fell down. Now they got him hung up. Throw to the third baseman, and out there at third base is Head. Head rounded second, was on his way to third. He tripped and he stumbled. The throw from the right fielder, Mulcahy, went to the second baseman. He throws it to third, and then they picked him up there. And the tag was applied by Lovecamp. There you see the replay. Actually, that was a shortstop who got it. He got to Lovecamp, and that'll do it. So the final play goes 9-6-3. Yackley will get the base hit, but Head is retired 9-6-3 for the final out of the inning. For the Trojans in the 4th inning, no run, or 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, no runners left on base. Your score after the 4 innings of play here now, it is Everett 3 and Lane 1.
Seattle Pacific University is a premier Christian university where each year 4,000 students catch a vision for making a difference in the world. All across the globe, SPU graduates are making an impact in medicine, technology, athletics, business, education, music, theater, and more. SPU is dedicated to outstanding scholarship and thoughtful faith. It's a powerful combination that brings about change in the lives of graduates and in the people and communities they serve. Seattle Pacific University, engaging the culture, changing the world.
When it's your job to protect the world's greatest nation, it's your responsibility to solve the world's greatest challenges. This is why we search for the best and brightest, why we train for every eventuality, on land and water, in the air, space, and even cyberspace. We operate in a complex world with one simple mission: win.
Lovecamp stamps in, and he's ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Takes the next pitch from Bafus, and that is ruled a strike, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike on Henry Lovecamp. And Lovecamp with the tag out on Head at third base to end the 4th inning for Everett. but Everett leads 3-1, and the next pitch misses for a ball. 2 balls and a strike on Lovecamp. He's 0 for 1 today. He'll be followed by Forrest, and then Hannah, so we go back to the top of the order. Bafus ready. Here comes a 2-1 pitch, and that fastball up and in for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike on Lane's Henry Lovecamp. Left-handed batter. Or is it number 13 on his back? Here comes the 3-1 pitch. That fastball swing and a miss. Strike 2. The freshman from Chimacum, Washington, up there in the San Juans, small school. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Lovecamp goes down. Lovecamp strikes out to start the 5th inning for the Titans, and for Bafus, his 4th strikeout of the ball game. Go back to the top of the order, and Hank Forrest. Lane Community College, founded in 1964. Comes the first pitch rather, to Hank Forrest, and he swings and misses, strike 1. Their mascot known as Ty the Titan. Lane located in Eugene. You've got a couple of campuses in Eugene. One on 30th and one in downtown. Comes the 0-1 pitch. That's off speed over the center of the plate for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Someone you might be familiar with as one of their alumni. We'll get to that in a minute. Here's the 0-2 pitch, bounces up to the plate, gets past the catcher. It's 0-2. We, as you know, are separated from Oregon by the Columbia River. Columbia River just to the south of Longview, Kelso, and on the other side of that river is Oregon. And Rainier, Oregon is one of our neighbors. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, gets past the catcher. Running down to first base is the runner. The throw to first in time, and the runner is out at first. So Forrest strikes out for the 2nd out, but the ball got away, so it goes 2-3 on the putout as O'Brien able to get it to Cordova Smith, and Forrest is retired for the 2nd out of the inning. Anyway, that'll bring to the plate Hannah. Anyway, Rainier just to the south of us, along with St. Helens and Astoria. Well, Lane Community College, Suzanne Bonamici, U.S. House of Representatives. Here's the pitch, misses outside. Yes, she is a graduate of Lane Community College, and she's now the first House representative for the 1st District for Oregon, which includes Clatsop and Columbia counties. Here's the next pitch, inside corner, strike 1. First elected in 2012, Democrat. In our political climate, boy, I tell you. Here's the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Just don't know what to expect anymore. But she's been serving for 2 terms now. Do not know if she plans on running for re-election in 2018 or not. I guess it's something we'll have to kind of wait on. Be an interesting election to see what happened in Montana today. Here's a 1-2 pitch. That fastball bounces up to the plate. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As they have a Republican and Democrat battling for that, as one of the Oregon or the Montana representative was appointed, I believe, to a cabinet position, so he has resigned, and now they're trying to get that settled. Ball swung on, bounce to Bafus. Bafus has it. The pitcher underhands it to Cordova Smith, and Hannah's retired, and so are the Titans here in the 5th inning of play. For Lane in the 5th, no runs on no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. After 4.5 innings of play, your score is Everett 3 and Lane 1.
State, because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
Prater up for Everett. And the count now 2 balls and 1 strike. Prater this afternoon 0 for 2. Struck out in the first, flied out in the third. Everett leading Lane by a score of 3-1. Here comes the pitch. Ball bounced in front of the plate. Grabbed there by the catcher, McDonald. He throws to first. And he is out at first base. Waited for the call as Prater is ruled out. I didn't know if the ball might have been hit, but McDonald gets it to Ortiz and Prater's retired for the first out of the inning. Now to bring the plate, Trent Tingelstad. Tingelstad today is 0 for 2 as well. Popped out to the first baseman and rolled out to the second baseman. First pitch to him is a fastball inside corner for strike 1. Cazares has walked 2 and struck out 2, given up 5 hits so far, but trails by a score of 3-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Curveball, bounced foul up the first base line. The count of no balls and 2 strikes. Be sure to check out the NWAC on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for all the latest NWAC news. Also visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more. Next pitch is high for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Trent Tingelstad. Pitch swung on, hit to right center field. Moving on over as the center fielder. He moves on to his left. Forrest is there, makes the catch for the out. Well, Tingelstad gives it a pretty good ride, but Hank Forrest able to run it on down, and there are quickly 2 down here for the Trojans in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Now to bring to the plate Peyton Cordova-Smith. Cordova-Smith this afternoon is 1 for 1, has a double, and walked and scored a run back in the first inning. The Trojans jumped out to a 2-0 lead as the first pitch is at the knees for strike 1 after 1 inning. Lane cut it to 2-1 after 2.5, but then the Trojans added a run in the 4th and now lead 3-1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a ground ball, foul. Gloved by the first base coach and quickly throws it into the dugout. The thing about the dugouts here, they are low, and if you're on the first base side in the sun, you may not see that ball coming. It gets to you awfully quick. You're right on top of the field, and it doesn't take long to see that ball coming. And we've seen people hit there because you sometimes just don't see it coming. It's just boom, boom, and it's on top of you. Maybe, I don't know, 50 feet away. You know, ball hit at 60, 70, 90 miles an hour. You don't have a lot of chance to react. All right, now we're ready. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fastball is down low for ball 1. If Cordova-Smith able to keep the inning alive, he'll be followed by Steckler. Cazares ready. Here comes the pitch, and it bounces up to the plate, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Cordova-Smith. Cazares ready again. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Check swing, and they'll field down to third and did not go. Cazares, a little body motion there, thought he had it. Did not, and the count goes full at 3 balls and 2 strikes on Cordova-Smith. It's always a tough call. Cazares from the line deals, and the ball hit down the left field line towards the line, and it is slicing foul. A long foul ball for Cordova-Smith, and we'll do it again. Catcher McDonald gives Cordova-Smith the bat back, and we'll try it again. Peyton Cordova-Smith, a North Division Region All-Star. North Region, I guess, All-Star is how you call it. Comes a 3-2 pitch, swing, and a ground ball over the pitcher's head, gloved by the second baseman, throws on the run in time, and out at first base is Peyton Cordova-Smith. Nice play by Hanna as he moved in to get the ball as it bounced over The pitcher able to glove it, throw to first in time, and Cordova Smith is retired. For the Trojans in the fifth, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. After 5, your scorer, Everett 3, Lane 1.
Ready for a new adventure? Study at Douglas College in Vancouver, Canada. Take a post-degree program and launch your career, or prepare to study at top Canadian universities. Become eligible for a 3-year work visa with a 2-year program. Choose success. Choose Douglas College.
Look, baseball's a numbers game. A 570-foot home run at age 15, 31 homers in 66 games, first front cover at 16, number 1 overall draft pick, majors at 19. Over 100 home runs is 34. On-base percentage of 340, then 368, then 460. 4-time All-Star, beating 9.2 million ballots, 30 out of 30 MVP votes, chasing 762, 4256, 2297, 3562. You're 220 at age 23. But kid, just remember, no number sounds as good as this.
A very pleasant afternoon here in Longview as temperature in the low 70s on a sun-splashed baseball diamond here at Lower Columbia College. Everett and Lane playing in game number 3 of the 2017 NWAC Championships. Everett leading 3-1. Up to the plate comes Tony Ortiz, and he swings at the first pitch and fouls it away for strike 1. Again, expecting nothing but perfect weather for the next 4 or 5 days here. Temperatures in the 80s, might get a little warm on Monday when they expect them mid to upper 80s. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That misses outside and high for ball 1. 1 ball and the strike. But compared to what we've been through this winter and spring, I don't think anybody's going to complain too much. Of course, there'll be some of us who will, like my daughters. They're always complaining when it gets warm. But, hey, it's nice to see the sunshine, especially for a holiday weekend. Here's the next pitch. Curveball is high and outside, ball 2. Ortiz on the day is 2 for 2. A single in the first and a solo home run in the third. The only run for the Titans right now. Bayfus is ready. Here's a pitch. Fastball down the middle, strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Ortiz. Mulcahy and Sakamoto due to follow. Infield playing regular. Here's the next pitch. Check swing, down low, or is it a foul tip? Might have been a foul tip. Yep, foul ball, so the count stays 2 balls and 2 strikes. Check swing by Ortiz and just ticked the baseball, so we stay even at 2-2. Again, game number 3 of 4. We've got one more set for 7:30. Here's the next pitch, and that misses a little bit low for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Host team Lower Columbia College will play at 7:30 against Mount Hood, and we'll do it all again tomorrow. 4 games tomorrow as well before we start eliminating some of the teams. 2 teams will go home after tomorrow. Here's a 3-2 pitch. It's inside, ball 4. But Ortiz leads off the top of the 6th inning with a walk. And for Bayfus, that's his first walk of the ball game. He has struck out 4 and hit a batter. That's his first walk of the afternoon. That'll bring to the plate the number 4 hitter, Bryce Mulcahy. Mulcahy talking to his third base coach. And he's not had much luck so far against Bayfus. He is 0 for 2 and 2 strikeouts. Caught looking in the first, went down swinging in the third. But he's 0 for 2 here this afternoon. Okay, he just a .227 batting average, and he's in the 4 spot for the Titans. Left-handed hitter, third baseman McGrath playing even with the bag. And the first pitch swing, and fouled. And count no balls and a strike. So again, tomorrow we'll have games at 9:35, 12:35, 4:35, and 7:35, just like today's schedule. Then it changes on Saturday First game, I believe, is 11:05. As we start to get down to the nitty-gritty and start sending teams packing. McKay steps back in, throw to first base, and back is Ortiz. Before it's done, championship game at 12:05 on Monday. If a second one needed, set for 3 o'clock on Monday. Runner takes his lead. There he goes. Shows the bunt. Ball gets away from the catcher. Down to second base goes Ortiz. Okay, he showed the bunt, allowing Ortiz to get on the run, and O'Brien unable to control the baseball. Down to second base on the stolen base is Ortiz. Lane now has a runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the 6th inning, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike on Mulcahy. Bafus peers in, has a signal, looks back to second. Comes home with the pitch again. Mulcahy shows the bunt and he takes the strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Bryce Mulcahy. I'm pretty sure the bunt will go off now, as if you do bunt it and it goes foul, you're out. So more than likely, Josh Blunt will ask him to try and put the ball in play, especially on the right side of the infield, and move the runner over to third base and try and score him on an out. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Swing and line drive into left field. That's a base hit. Rounding third and heading for home is Ortiz. Here comes the throw. It's cut off. Throw down to second base. Head first slide. And out at second base is Mulcahy. So it'll go from left field to third base to the second baseman as Mulcahy will pick up the single and the RBI as Ortiz scores from second base to make it 3-2, but Mulcahy thrown out 7-5-4 for the first out of the inning, and now the bases are empty. But they do pick up the run as the RBI scores by Ortiz, and it's out 3-2. Up to the plate now is Colton Sakamoto, and he takes the pitch for a strike. No balls and a strike on Sakamoto. 6th hit of the ball game for the Titans. Here's the next pitch. Fastball inside, ball 1. 1 ball and a strike on Sakamoto. Looking for his first hit today, grounded out in the first and struck out swinging in the 4th. Bafus ready. Here comes the wind and the delivery. Check swing, bounces in the dirt. They will appeal down to third, and they said, nope, did not go. The count goes to 2 balls and a strike on Sakamoto. Tight ball game here. First game was tight. Second game wasn't. Third game is. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. Fastball, strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Sakamoto. Sakamoto, a .298 hitter for the Titans. Steps back in. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Swing, and ground ball up the middle, past the pitcher and past the diving shortstop into center field for a base hit. Bafus made a stab at it. For a moment I thought he might have had it, but didn't, and I look up and Anderson goes diving up the middle, gets past him, and it's a base hit for Sakamoto. That'll bring out coaches from the Everett bench. We'll have a little talk now with Bafus and see what they've got to say to him. Still leading by a score of 2-1. Now you wonder how big that play is with Mulcahy getting thrown out at second base after the base hit, trying to go to second on the throw. The smart play by McGrath, cutting it off and throwing to Prater at second. Got the runner at second. If he had maybe stayed at first, perhaps he's at second now, maybe third. If he gets in safe, this ball game might be tied. So that could turn out to be a very big play before this ball game is over. Right now, 1-run advantage for Everett at 3-2. That'll bring to the plate Jimmy McDonald. McDonald today 1 for 1, hit by a pitch in the second and a single up the middle in the 4th in his last at bat. The Sakamoto will take his lead at first base, held on there by Cordova Smith. Bafus from the set, and the pitch is down low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on the number 6 hitter for the Titans. McDonald at 222 on the year. Here comes the pitch. That curveball breaks down for ball or strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Jimmy McDonald. McDonald steps out of the batter's box. Now he'll step back in again. And he'll wave that black bat as he is ready. Now a throw over to first base, and back is the runner, Sakamoto. 2 runs on 7 hits and 1 error by Lane. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Everett. Well played game, this one. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Fastball away, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Compared to the last game where there were a lot of errors, a lot of walks, and it dragged the pace of the game down. 2 balls, 1 strike on McDonald. Bafus is ready. Runner with a short lead at first. Bafus a long time now will throw to first base and back easily. Sakamoto did not have that big of a lead. A couple steps, 3 at the most. But it appears that Bafus is a little uncomfortable right now on the mound. There is warm-up action in the Everett bullpen now. Here's the pitch. That misses away for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike now on the hitter McDonald. So Bafus starting to labor here in the 6th inning. As starting to miss. He's had a walk, given up a couple of base hits, and now he's behind in this count, 3-1. Here comes the pitch, and that misses outside, ball 4. So another walk. 2 walks here in the inning, and a couple of base hits. And fortunately for Bafus, his defense has helped him out, and that's going to be it for Bafus. Gives up his 2nd walk of the ball game, and he's going to come out as he walks 2, strikes out 4. At the moment, has given up 2 runs, and he works 5 1/3 innings here, and he'll be replaced. Bafus goes 5 1/3 innings. He has allowed 2 runs at the moment, but he has 2 runners on base, so he's responsible for those, so he could still possibly lose this ball game as Everett goes to the bullpen. 3-2 right now, Everett leading Lane as they'll go to the bullpen, and they will bring in Ryan Sandifer, the sophomore, to replace Bafus. Ryan Sandifer will come in and try and hold the lead for the Everett Trojans as they have a 3-2 lead. Sandifer, the right-handed pitcher for the Trojans, sophomore from Snohomish. And we'll get his statistics here in just a moment. Sandifer has a record of 7-1 on the year, an ERA of 2.36. He's appeared in 12 games. He has started 3 and completed 3. So pitched 68 2/3 innings. So obviously he is a guy that usually Levi Lacey is going to start on the mound, but the tournament things changed a little bit, so he's going to go with him and try and get Sandifer to keep the Titans from plating the tying run, or certainly from going ahead, as right now Lane has runners at first and second here in the top half of the 6th inning, trailing by a score of 2-1, but the tying run is at second base in Colton Sakamoto. Again, how big is that play? Well, Cahey getting thrown out at second base. If he stayed at first, bases would be loaded, nobody out. A huge play right now. So Cazares will come up to hit. And the first pitch to him is a curveball at the knees, strike 1. Cazares doesn't like the call, and he takes a look back at home plate umpire, says something, and sets back in. The ball's and a strike on Cazares. Chris Claflin, our home plate umpire. Sandifer, the 0-1 pitch. Curveball swinging, a bouncing ball hit towards the shortstop. Diving stop. He got it. Did he get his glove on the bag? Apparently he did, and the runner at second base is out. Colton Sakamoto is out at second base. A diving stop by Anderson behind the bag. Looked like he tried to flip the ball. Maybe he didn't get it there, and then he touched the bag with his foot. Oh, he got his foot on the bag. Okay, so he got his foot on the bag, and he's ruled out at second base, Sakamoto. So that's the second out of the inning, and Cazares is now down at first base. McDonald is out at second. Got my runners wrong there on the play. And Sakamoto is at third. So we have runners at first and third, but there are 2 outs now. They'll bring to the plate Kasha Wamura. He is 1 for 2 this afternoon. And a base hit will tie the ball game. Wild pitch or a passed ball should tie the ball game as well. Sandifer ready. And that ball hits Kasha Mahura on the helmet, and he's going to go down to first base. Curveball got away from Sandifer, and Kasha Wamura says he's fine. That one went right off the helmet and straight up in the air. Just turned his head, got the back of the helmet, and he walks away. Fortunately, it was a curveball, and that's the first batter hit here in the inning. But Sandifer now has the bases loaded as McDonald's down, or Cazares is down at second, and Kasha Mahura is down at first on the hit by pitch to bring the plate Lovecamp. 3-2 right now, Everett on top of Lane. But the go-ahead run is at second base in Cazares. Count no balls and a strike on Lovecamp. Sandifer ready. Looks back. Here's the pitch. Swing. Ground ball hit towards the shortstop. Glove there. Throw to second in time. And out at second base is Kasha Mahura. Anderson fields it. Throws to Prater. Kasha Mahura is out. And Lane is turned away here in the 6th inning of play. But the Titans pick up a run here in the 6th inning of play. 1 run on 2 base hits. There were no errors and 2 runners left on base. After 5.5 innings of play here at the 2017 NWAC Championships, your score is now Everett 3, Lane 2.
Look, baseball's a numbers game. A 570-foot home run at age 15, 31 homers in 66 games, first front cover at 16, number 1 overall draft pick, majors at 19. Over 100 home runs is 34. On-base percentage of 340, then 368, then 460. 4-time All-Star, beating 9.2 million ballots, 30 out of 30 MVP votes, chasing 762, 4256, 2297, 3562. You're 220 at age 23. But kid, just remember, no number sounds as good as this.
People say knowledge is power, and they have a point.
At Portland State, you tell your own story.
You build your own stage.
You take your best ideas to the streets.
You let the world see who you are
and who you hope to be. Knowledge is about how hard you're willing to work to do something real.
It's about how far you're willing to go to do something great.
Bryce Steckler swings at the first pitch and loops it over the shortstop, Kasha Mahura, and that's a base hit for Steckler as we start the bottom of the 6th inning for Everett. Everett on top by a run, and their leadoff batter Steckler gets on the first pitch, and out on the walk comes Josh Blunt, and we'll see if that's it for Cazares. Might be, as his team trails by a score of 3-2. Cannot see down in the Lane bullpen if they're working there, pointing that way, and that's going to be it. So Cazares is going to go 5+ innings, and he allows 6 hits in the ball game, walks 2, strikes out 2, and he'll be replaced here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. We'll see who they bring in, as Everett leads by a score of 3-2. Kind of looks like Ortiz. It is. Ortiz is going to come out and pitch. So Ortiz is going to come out and pitch for Lane here in the inning. So we'll have to see who goes to first base, as Ortiz is going to come in to pitch now for Lane, left-handed thrower. And Cazares is going to move over to first base. So they'll just switch them there, as Ortiz is now the pitcher. And at first base is going to go Cazares. We'll make those switches as Cazares will move to first base. Ortiz will come in to pitch, and we'll have this thing all set up and ready to go here in just a moment. Ortiz for the Titans this year has not had a great year. He has an ERA of 7.71. He doesn't have a record. He's appeared in 2 games. He's only pitched 2 1/3 innings. He's given up 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He struck out 3 and walked 2. So see how he goes. Left-handed pitcher going through the warm-ups, and he's in relief of Cazares. Cazares goes 5+ innings right now. Has allowed 2 runs on 6 hits. Mentioned walked 2 and struck out 2. Steckler is at first base, and I bring to plate Nick Anderson. So the first batter to face Ortiz will be Nick Anderson. Anderson today is 1 for 1. And Ortiz's first pitch misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Anderson. Anderson walked in the first, and then the solo home run in the 4th. 1 for 1 with the RBI. Next pitch, swing, fouled away, and the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Everett on top by a score of 3-2. Scored 2 in the first inning, added another in the 4th. Lane with single runs in the 3rd and 6th. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a chopper foul. And the count 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Anderson. Lane looking for a double play ball. Ortiz trying to keep the runner Steckler on close at first. Not a big lead at all. Now they throw it to first, and just back is Steckler. For a moment, Steckler almost started and moved to second. If he had a bigger lead, he might have been in trouble there. Now, see what happens. Ortiz ready. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Anderson is down on strikes. First out of the inning is Anderson fans, and for Ortiz, his first strikeout of the evening. 3rd strikeout of the day for Lane pitching. That'll bring to the plate Connor O'Brien. O'Brien today is 0 for 2. He flied out in the 1st and struck out in the 4th. Ortiz throws to first again, and it looks like once again Steckler is starting to think about going to second, but he's got such a short lead, and Ortiz looks like the same thing, thinking the same thing as Steckler is, so he's keeping him close. Here's the pitch, and that's at the knees. Strike 1, no balls and a strike on O'Brien. 3-2 Everett on top, 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Looking to advance to tomorrow night's 7:35 game. Ortiz is ready. Here's the pitch. Swing, popped up. First base side, foul territory, out of play. And the count at no balls and 2 strikes now on O'Brien. Head awaits on deck for Everett. Get a look there at O'Brien. O'Brien, a sophomore from Mercer Island. Right-handed hitter. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a ground ball hit to the second baseman. Glove there by Hannah. Throw to second for one. Relay on to first. Double play. 4-6-3, and Everett's turned away here in the 6th inning of play. For the Trojans, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, no one left on base. After 6 innings of play, your score, Everett 3, Lane 2.
Medical specialists in the Guard are skilled in CPR, field triage, and emergency life support. Medics stabilize and evac the wounded during combat, come to the aid of civilians in a disaster, and provide day-to-day outpatient care. Medical specialists are saving lives on and off the battlefield.
LCC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
When you first visit Seattle Pacific University, it's easy to fall in love with the campus. But just ask one of the students. There's something different about SPU, a place where faith, service, and academic excellence meet. And it's the only private university in the Pacific Northwest to make the latest U.S. News and World Report Best National Universities list. This is Seattle Pacific University.
Top of the order for the Titans as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Hank Forrest to be followed by Jaden Hanna and Tony Ortiz. As this game continues, Everett leading by a score of 3-2. First pitch to Forrest is called strike 1. No balls and a strike on Forrest. Sandifer in relief here. This is the next pitch. That one is low for ball 1. 1 ball and a strike. Forrest on the day is 0-for-3. Grounded out in the first. Flied out in the third and struck out in the 5th. Sandifer ready. Here comes a 1-1 pitch. Fastball, one hopper hit towards the second base and glove there by Prater. Throws the first in time and Forrest is out for the first out of the 7th inning. Just a simple one hopper hit by Forrest and Prater easily handles it and Forrest is retired for the first out of the inning. That'll bring to the plate Jaden Hanna. Hanna today has 1 hit and 3 at-bats as he steps on in with 1 out here in the 7th. Everett leading Lane by a score of 3-2. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing, popped up, and it's out of play. No balls and a strike on Hanna. Hanna's base hit came in the first inning, an opposite field base hit into left field. Grounded out to the second baseman and also grounded out to the pitcher. So no balls and 1 strike on Hanna. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swing and another 1 hopper hit to the second baseman. Prater's got it, flips to first, and Hanna's retired for the second out of the inning. So 2 quick outs as Forrest and Hanna both ground out to Prater, and 2 up and 2 down for Lane here in the 7th inning of play. That'll bring to the plate the pitcher, Tony Ortiz. Ortiz started the game as first base, but now he's the pitcher. He's got a good night going at the bat as he's 2 for 2 with a couple runs scored. Here's Sandifer's first pitch, curveball, strike 1. No balls and a strike on Ortiz. Ortiz a single in the first, solo home run in the third, and walked and scored a run in the 6th. Also add a stolen base to his total as well today. He entered in a pitcher last inning, his team trailing by 1 run. Sandifer is ready. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that's another off-speed pitch called strike 2. Ortiz doesn't like the call. That Rice smiles. He kind of shakes his head, steps out of the batter's box. Now he's down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Wind starting to shift a bit. Feels like it's pushing on in from center field to home. Here comes the next pitch, a curveball down low. Ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Ortiz. If he is able to keep the inning alive, Mulcahy is on deck. Sandover peers in. He is ready, and now timeout called. Ortiz will now step out of the box, and he'll readjust his batting gloves once again, and then he'll step back in. The thing about baseball, it's got a lot of funny little nuances. Here comes a 1-2 pitch swing, and a one-hopper hit to Prater. He's got it, throws the first in time. That will retire the Titans here in the 7th inning of play. A sharply hit ground ball. Prater feels it. He gets all 3 assists here in the inning, and Lane's retired in the 7th. For the Titans, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. After 6.5, your score is Everett 3, Lane 2.
Aviation warrant officers deal in high-pressure situations, life-saving disaster rescues, delivering soldiers and payloads to critical areas, and engaging enemy targets. Supported by an aviation mechanic team on the ground, guard pilots control the sky.
Daniel Head steps in for the Trojans here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The count's 1 ball and 1 strike. Everett leading 3-2. Ortiz ready. Here's a pitch. Check swing. Did he go? They will check. And he did. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Head. Head, the designated hitter, has 1 hit and 2 at-bats today. Single in the 4th and a fly out back in the 2nd. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Swing, fouled away. The count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Everett, the North #1 team, mentioned Yakima won it all last year. Well, no one really remembers who was 2nd last year, except for the guys in white. Here's a bouncing ball hit towards the shortstop, gloved there by Kasha Mahawara, and he retires Head for the first out of the inning. The only reason the guys in white remember who #2 was last year, it was them. Everett ended up the runner-up last year, and I'm sure they'd like to finish 1 spot better this season. And with the record they've had, they're certainly a team that's to be considered one of the favorites. At a ring to the plate, Cameron McGrath. McGrath will roll it towards the right side. Over to his left is Hanna. He's got it, throws the first in time, and McGrath is retired for the 2nd out of the inning. Olympic College is a place to pursue your dreams on and off the field. With 11 women's and men's athletics teams and numerous academic pathways, there is something for everyone at Olympic College. Get busy learning at olympic.edu. Back to the top of the order, and Jaden Yackley for the Trojans, and he takes the first pitch from Ortiz down low, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Yackley. Yackley today is 1 for 2. Here's the next pitch. Curveball to belt. Strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike on the Trojans leadoff hitter. Ortiz is ready. Here's the pitch, and that is high, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike now on Yackley. He's able to keep the inning going. Prater awaits on deck. 3-2 Everett. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. And that misses high. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike now on Yackley. Ortiz in relief. Cazares. Here's the next pitch, misses outside, ball 4. And for Ortiz, that's the first walk of the ball game. And for Lane, it's third walk this afternoon. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts by the Lane pitching staff here today. I'll bring to the plate Jacob Prater. Prater today looking for his first hit of the afternoon. He's 0 for 3. First pitch, swing. Oh, we got catcher's interference. So Prater's going to go down to first base, and down to second goes Yackley. So catcher's interference by McDonald. I thought the ball was fouled, but what I heard was the glove hitting the bat. And so Prater goes down to first base. No, you can see it. So yeah, you can see it there. So Prater down to first base, and that's the first error of the ball game. Oh, actually it's pass ball. And the pitch is called ball 1. But down to second is Yackley. At first base on the interference is Prater, and there's the next pitch, and it's a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike on Tingelstad. Tingelstad today is 0 for 3. Base hit here. Could score Yackley. He's got good speed. No one really holding him on back at second. Ortiz looks, comes home with a pitch. Swing, pop foul, out of play. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Lane. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Everett. And this had been a well-played game as well. Bottom of the 7th, and the home team leading by 1. Here comes the pitch. That one's way up high for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Tingelstad. And Cordova Smith awaits on deck. I'm sure Ortiz does not want to see him with guys on base. Runners at first and second. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes now on Tingelstad. Runners will now get an opportunity to take off with a pitch, and a base hit should score Yackley from second base. Not being held on. There they go. Here's the pitch. Swing and a line drive into center field. That'll fall for a base hit. Yackley around. Oh, did they get caught? Guess I missed it. Oh, man. Sometimes you see things that you don't see. All right, let's look in the replay. There it is. Now, I thought it went over his head. Nice play by the shortstop, Kasho Mamura. So, for Everett, nothing here in the 7th inning. No runs, no hits, and no errors. 1 runner left on base. After 7, your score remains Everett 3, Lane 2.
LCC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
When you first visit Seattle Pacific University, it's easy to fall in love with the campus. But just ask one of the students. There's something different about SPU, a place where faith, service, and academic excellence meet. And it's the only private university in the Pacific Northwest to make the latest U.S. News and World Report Best National Universities list. This is Seattle Pacific University.
All right, we go to the top of the 8th. Everett on top, 3-2 over Lane. And up to the plate for the Lane Titans is Bryce Mulcahy. And he swings at the first pitch and misses, strike 1. No balls and a strike on Mulcahy. Sandifer ready. Comes the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes now, Mulcahy. Mulcahy 1 for 3 today. A single in the 6th, and then was thrown out in the 6th, which right now has been a key play. Here's the next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. And he strikes out for the 3rd time here this afternoon. So Mulcahy strikes out. Sandifer's first strikeout of the afternoon. 5th strikeout by Everett pitching. And that'll bring to the plate Colton Sakamoto. Oh, 1 out here in the 8th. Everett on top 3-2. Sakamoto stands in, swings at the first pitch, fouled away, and out of play. No balls and a strike. Sakamoto has 1 hit and 3 official appearances here this afternoon. A single back in the 6th inning. Sandifer ready. Here is the 0-1 pitch. That off-speed pitch a little outside for ball 1. 1 ball and the strike. Again, getting back to Mulcahy. He was thrown out trying to advance to second on a base hit. A run had scored, and he was thrown out at second. And right now, the Titans are down a run. They eventually got the bases loaded, but couldn't push it in. Count 2 balls and a strike now on Sakamoto. Sandifer is ready. Here comes the wind and delivery, and that fastball is inside. Ball 3. 3 balls and a strike now on Colton Sakamoto. McDonald awaits on deck. Here comes a 3-1 pitch, and that's way outside, ball 4. So Sakamoto down to first base on the 1-out walk. Sandifer's first walk of the ball game. And as a team, Everett has given up 3 walks. That'll bring up Jimmy McDonald. McDonald been on base 3 times this afternoon. He is 1 for 1. A single in the 4th, hit by a pitch in the 2nd, and walked back in the 6th. Here's the pitch, way outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 3-2, Everett on top. We're in the top of the 8th with 1 out. Lane looking to get that tie run home. See how it plays out. We've got 5 outs left to go. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swing, popped up, out of play. You got a 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, Lane just doesn't have a lot of really good hitters. I mean, they just don't have a lot, but they got it put together here at the end of the year. McDonald is at .222 on the season. Sandifer from the stretch, short lead at first base. Long look, here comes a pitch. Fastball, strike 2. McDonald doesn't like the call. Now he's down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sandifer in relief of Bafus. Bafus Lev with the 3-2 lead and continues to lead by that score. Throw to first base and back safely is Sakamoto. So Sandifer ready, and now McDonald steps back in. Short lead again at first base. Here's the pitch. Swing, fouled away, and the count stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Thirteenth consecutive year that the NWACs have come to Longview and Story Field. And this year, brand new artificial turf. I think everybody's impressed with it. Here comes a 1-2 pitch, swing, and a 1-hopper hit to the first baseman, gloved by Cordova Smith. He'll step on the bag for the 2nd out. But on the play, Sakamoto was running. Now he's in scoring position as he's down at second base with 2 outs. Well, the tying run now at second base. Now they'll bring to the plate now the first baseman, Boone Cazares. He started the game as the pitcher, and he's looking for his first bit, as he is 0 for 3 today. Grounded into double play, struck out, reached base on a fielder's choice back in the 6th. Here's Sandifer's first pitch. Swing and a ground ball, foul down the third baseline. Diving try by McGrath as he is standing very close to the line, making sure it does not get past him, because if it does, the game is easily tied. So he'll scoop back deep, got to keep it inside of him, and hopefully, if it's hit that way, in front of him as well. Cazares back in. Sandifer ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ground ball hit past the diving shortstop into left field. Cannot score though from second base's Sakamoto, as Yackley was playing up close in left field. And again, the opposite field base hit allows the outfielders to play close, and you really don't have a chance to score from second base. But now the tying run has moved to third base, and Cazares is now at first with 2 outs. So the go-ahead runs are on base for Lane. Now we'll see what's going to happen here. Inside out swing, and it allowed Cazares to get the base hit, but it was hit not hard enough to get the runner in from second. So runners at the corners now with 2 outs in a 3-2 ball game. Everett on top. Lane threatening to tie the ball game. Sandifer from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swing and a bouncing ball hit wide of third. Gloved there by McGrath. Throws the first in time, and that will retire the Titans here in the 8th inning of play. For Lane in the 8th, no runs on 1 hit. There are no errors, 2 runners left on base. After 7.5 innings of play, your score, Everett 3, Lane 2.
Challenges facing the country never stop. So neither does the U.S. Army. We train, adapt, and get smarter. Every soldier, every unit, every day. Not to keep up with change, but to drive it. Nobody knows what problems tomorrow will bring, but we do know who will solve them.
Hello, welcome to How to PSU. In today's quick session, we're going to answer some common questions about transferring to PSU. The key things to remember are: apply early, use our online resources, and advisors are your friend.
Peyton Cordova Smith leads off for Everett here in the bottom of the 8th inning. He takes the first pitch for a strike. No balls and a strike. Ortiz's next pitch, another fastball, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes on Peyton Cordova Smith. Everett leading 3-2 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Ortiz hoping to hold the Trojans down. Here's the next pitch, and that sails outside for ball 1. Cordova Smith this afternoon is 1 for 2. Walked and scored a run in the 2nd, doubled in the 3rd, and grounded out in the 5th. Here's the next pitch, down low, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Peyton Cordova Smith. Steckler up next. Anderson follows him here in the bottom of the 8th inning for the Trojans. Ortiz ready. Here comes the pitch. That misses outside, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Cordova Smith. Ortiz got ahead in the count quickly, 0-2. Now it's full. See what comes up here. Here's a 3-2 pitch, swing, and fouled away. And the count stays full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. And starting to funnel on in for one more game after this. The host team, Lower Columbia, playing. Here's the next pitch. It's high and inside. Ball 4. They'll appeal down to third base. And no swing on that, so down to first base goes Cordova Smith. Ortiz, his second walk of the night, and the fourth walk given up by Lane. I'll bring to the plate Brian Steckler. Now we got a conversation amongst Steckler and his head coach. And now he'll step to the batter's box. Ortiz now trying to get the ground ball, get the double play. And Steckler trying to give his team an added insurance run. Shows the bunt, and it's inside for ball one. Kind of an odd play. Looked like Steckler thought he was nearly hit. Quickly got out of the way. Pitch avoided him for ball one. Steckler today 2 for 3. Double, couple RBIs, and a single. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. That fastball misses downstairs, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. That double Steckler hit in the first inning came after a hit by pitch and a walk. That was the only hit of the inning, but it scored 2 runs. Right now, it's kind of the difference because it's 3-2. Here's the pitch. And that fastball misses high, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes now on Steckler. Cordova Smith reached first base on a free pass, and Steckler just 1 pitch away from doing the same thing. Ortiz is ready, comes home with a pitch, and that is on the inside corner, strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike on Steckler. Steckler, the center fielder for Everett. Right-handed hitter. Ortiz is ready. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a ground ball. Backhanded by the shortstop. Throw on a hop to first base and not in time. Nice backhanded play by Casho Walmura. And he tried to get it to first base. He did on a hop, but not in time, and legging it out is Steckler. So an infield base hit. And now we've got runners at first and second for Everett here in the bottom of the 8th inning, leading by a score of 3-2. My question is Anderson up there to bunt? We'll see. And he shows the bunt. Got it in the air. Was it grabbed by Ortiz? Throw to second, and it's a double play. Ball bunted in the air, grabbed right around his ankles by Ortiz, who quickly throws to second. They double up Cordova Smith, and they get the double play. Fantastic play by Ortiz. He wheels, throws easily out of second base is Cordova Smith, and that's a double play. There goes the runner. The pitch is low. Throw down to second base, and safe at second base is the runner. So Steckler down to second base on the stolen base. Now we've got a timeout. And Ortiz being talked to. There's the replay on the steal, and the ball got away from the shortstop. Then you can see when the players hit the infield that they slide pretty fast. And they got to grab that base. So there's 2 outs now, and it's a 1 ball, no strike count on the hitter for Everett. Connor O'Brien. But that was just a great play by Ortiz to snag that bunt right above his shoelaces and then spins immediately and throws a strike to second base to get the double play. 1 ball, no strikes on O'Brien. There's the pitch, and it's inside, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. 2 balls and no strikes on O'Brien. O'Brien is 0 for 3 today, flied out in the first, struck out in the 4th, grounded into double play back in the 6th. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a pop-up to left field. Moving on over is the left fielder. Now the center fielder will call him off. Forrest makes the catch, and O'Brien is retired for the final out of the 8th inning. For Everett in the 8th, no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 runner left on base. They go to the top of the 9th inning. Your score, Everett 3, Lane 2.
Nestled within tall trees and beautiful buildings, Pierce College has established itself as a national leader in improving student success. With 2 main campuses in Puyallup and Fort Steilacoom, and satellite campuses on Joint Base Lewis-McChord, Pierce College strives to create quality educational opportunities to help students realize their possibilities. As we celebrate 50 years in the community, Pierce College is proud to offer more than 60 programs of study with a fit for you, your life, your schedule, and your dream. Find your path, start at Pierce College today, and realize your possibilities. Visit pierce.ctc.edu.
All right, we go to the top of the 9th. Last chance for Lane, and they're going to go with a pinch hitter to start the 9th inning, as the first pitch to Thomas Rudinsky happens here as he's continuing his warm-up throws. In a 1-run game here now in the top of the 9th, and Lane has 1 out, needing to get the runner at first home, send this to the bottom of the 9th. Obviously, they'd love to get 2 and then hold off and win it in the 9th, but got to settle for the first one first. That'll bring to the plate Hanna. Jaden Hanna today is 1 for 4. Opposite field base hit in the first, grounded out in the 3rd, 5th, and 7th. Sandiford would love to see the ground ball here and get the double play. He'll work from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Off speed, called strike 1. No balls and a strike on Jaden Hanna. You know, the wheels are turning on both coaches. Do you send the runner at first, try and steal a base? And if that's the case, you pitch outside, call for a pitch out and try and throw him out at second. Lots of different options here for both teams. Lane down by 1 run though here in the 9th. Throw to first base. The ball gets away from Cordova Smith again, but not very far. Now gets to the time where it makes it tough for the guys at first base seeing the baseball as the sun's starting to set, and it makes it tough on the guy at first. Everyone else is pretty good shape, but the guy at first got a hard opportunity to try and see the ball. Next pitch misses again for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now on Hanna. Just 1 error committed in the ball game. 2-9-1 for Lane, 3-7-0 for Everett. 1 out, top of the 9th. Here comes the pitch. Swing, popped up left field, moving back on the ball as the left fielder. He's got room, and Yackley makes the catch for the 2nd out. So Hanna hits it to left field, but again, plenty of room here as Hanna can't get it out of the yard. Yackley comes up with the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. Now it's up to Ortiz. Ortiz today has a couple of base hits in 3 official at-bats. He's also walked and scored a run. He scored both runs for Lane here this afternoon. Solo home run in the 2nd and scored in the 6th on the RBI single by Mulcahy. First pitch misses away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Ortiz. Again, you have to wonder if Forrest is going to try to steal a bag and get to second base and score a hit by Ortiz. Does not have a big lead as of yet. Sandiford from the stretch. Here's the pitch, and it's in the dirt, blocked nicely by O'Brien. And the count goes to 2 balls and no strikes. 3-2 Everett. 2 outs, top of the 9th. Winner to the winner's bracket. Loser have to fight its way back to get to Monday. Ortiz ready, so Sandifer. Here's a 2-0 pitch. And off speed, and he lays off it down the middle for strike one. 2 balls and a strike on Ortiz. Looked a little upset with himself as he let that pitch go, and the count now 2 balls and a strike. Ortiz stands back in once again. Sandifer from the stretch. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. Swing. Hit towards left field, moving in on the ball is Yackley. He reaches up, makes the catch, and the ball game is over. Hayden and Ortiz both sky to left field. Yackley able to make the catch, and Everett's going to advance to tomorrow's winners bracket as they knock off Lane here by a score of 3-2. For the Titans in the 9th inning, no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors, and there was 1 runner left on base. So tomorrow tomorrow evening, Everett will move on to play the winner of Mount Hood and Lower Columbia as they defeat the Lane Titans by a score of 3-2. For Everett here in this ball game number 3, 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors. For the Lane Titans, 2 runs on 9 hits and 1 error. The losing pitcher was Boone Cazares, and the winning pitcher Curtis Bafus. So Everett moves into the 7:35 game tomorrow night against either Mount Hood or Lower Columbia, and Lane will play in the losers bracket now at 12:35 tomorrow afternoon, and they'll play either Mount Hood or Lower Columbia. So we have 1 game left here this afternoon, which will actually be evening now, as Lower Columbia and Mount Hood are set to start at 7:35. Not exactly sure what time the game will start. We'll have the ball game for you on KLOG radio here in town, beginning probably about 5-10 minutes before the ball game starts.
It's a good start today. We had to pick them up, but that's okay. Babe, we got you.
So
you were 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs. What was working for you at the plate?
Here this afternoon.
I just felt good and keep it simple, see the ball and hit the ball. That's pretty much the approach that I had all game.
The Trojans will play the winner of the next game, LCC versus Mount Hood, at 7:35 p.m. tomorrow. What will you and your teammates do to prepare for this game?
Do what we've done all year, come out, get warmed up, and just roll. That's pretty much what we're doing, just show up and play.
Well, congratulations on the win tonight. Back to you, Jim.
Thank you very much. 7:35 here tonight for Lower Columbia and Mount Hood College. So till then, this is Vern Foster with this reminder from Officer Rifer of the Kelso Police Department. Be good humans. So long.